Serial killers who accidentally chose the worst targets. Listen, in my honest opinion, I don't know how much of an ass serial killer you have to be to choose the worst target, but like, bro, if one of them isn't like a police officer or something, I will be damned. Not even a joke. But again, let's see what's it about.
The Cheetah Incident. In 1993, at a club in California, a demon prowled the venue. Unbeknownst to many, the Grim Sleeper, a man who'd ended the lives of 10 women, was searching
10 women? Oh, brother. Oh, this is gonna be horrendous.
for his next victim while everybody else was drinking and having fun.
Oh, no.
He noticed an African-American girl that seemed annoyed and upset. He walked over to her to figure out what was wrong. The lady told him that she was invited out to play dominoes, but everybody there kept offering her drinks and telling
What? Huh?
her to club when she wasn't a drinker. It was extremely late, and she was tired and wanted to go home, so the Grim Sleeper pointed to his vehicle outside. He told her that he has a car, and if she really wanted to go home that badly, he could just take her.
And then he cracked her in his house. Probably a night one stand.
Delighted, the woman sprung out of her seat and followed the dangerous criminal back to his car. She got in first, and he shut her door like a gentleman. Then he got into the driver's seat and began taking her to her house.
Right.
After a while, she told him to make a right turn to her house, but he ignored her.
And this is the part where most people skip. Because, oh, this is about to turn haywire real bad.
Confused, she repeated herself. You're supposed to make a right over there, not a left. Realizing the criminal was no longer responding, the lady quickly went to open the door to get out of the car, but it was then that she finally realized that the door didn't have a handle on the inside.
And she's cooked. And she's absolutely cooked. You know, stranger danger. Why did you go into his car? Yeah, like, bro, maybe she was trying to get some action from this guy. But, listen, before she even got into the car, she should have seen this. Probably. Don't you want to put on a shirt for YouTube, bro? No, they want to see my physique. Again, type 1 if you like my physique in the YouTube comments.
She was literally trapped in the car. Becoming filled with joy, the monster finally revealed his intentions
Oh, brother.
to the woman, and as you could probably guess, they were horrible and evil. But there was only one problem with his plan. The woman he was talking to wasn't any ordinary person. The Grim Sleeper had accidentally trapped himself inside a car with the cheetah.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Also known as the most dangerous woman in the world, a title that would be given to her just 1 year later as she'd go on to win the 1994 kickboxing championship. When she was young, she was ruthlessly bullied and chased around the town. Her uncle was a martial arts master, and unknown to the Grim Sleeper, her uncle forced her to fight him every single day in order to get her black belt. At the end of the day, whenever she finished practicing with her colleagues and got ready to leave, her uncle, also known as Master Quiet Storm, would lock the door with a key. And
oh, really now? Okay, so listen, I'm gonna predict how the next few minutes are gonna play out. She's gonna bust up a window. Actually, no, wait, wrong course of action. Bust up the guy first, the guy crashes, she flies out the window while she performs like a karate move out of the window. She flies out, she gets her Iron Man suit, flies out there. Good luck. Have a good one.
if she wanted to exit the dojo, she'd have to beat him in combat and forcefully pry the keys out of his hands.
Okay, well, that is a one training method indeed.
She did this every single day as a kid.
Oh, what do you know? It's a JJK habit.
As the criminal asked her to comply with his sick demands, she told him no. As you could guess,
She just like imagine a killer terrorist, like, dude, imagine you're in the killer, like, imagine you're in the car with that killer and he like tells you what he's gonna do to you and you just like nonchalantly say like, no, and just like side-eye him. Next thing he knows, his nose is fractured in all sorts of places. It's like training was just for this one moment. Yes, my master taught me for this. Let's see if he did me well. Let's see if he did well.
Angered the psychopath, so he swung at her with his full might. But immediately she blocked his punch and spun back with a devastating counterpunch,
And the car crashes.
striking him straight in his face. "Oh, so you're a fighting type," he said as he smiled. The woman
This fight is gonna be interesting, headass.
quickly jumped into the back seat of the van, and he followed after her, which would go on to prove to be his worst mistake. Once he was trapped in the trunk of the van with the professional champion kickboxer, she unleashed a hellish attack on him.
Oh,
Tackle her, but she grabbed his shirt and swung him around in the trunk of the van.
dude, he was getting like smacked like a, what do you call it? He was getting smacked like a plushy toy. Oh man.
Smashing his head against the inside of the vehicle. She then flipped his shirt over his head while unloading a flurry of non-stop punches to his face.
Okay, so she's just throwing a black flash after a black flash. Like, listen, I think she might have topped Yuji's score, unironically. Oh shit, fuck you mean oh shit.
Causing him to fall backwards on his butt. At this point, the girl noticed that his pants were unbuckled and falling down.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is a part where a majority skips.
He was still in the trunk. She stomped on his chest and grabbed his,
Completely valid. Not even a joke, completely valid. Listen, and this comes for all men whatsoever. If you're in a fist fight, and mind you, this is coming from someone who's been training water polo. If you gotta win a fight, just like, you know,
and pulled them so high that she thought she ripped them off of him.
Oh, well, that's a one way to go. That is one way to go. I just felt that in my manhood. Oh shit.
The grim sleeper shrieked like a banshee and began crying out in pain. He quickly gave her the keys to unlock the van and escape. Before she left, while still pulling his royal jewels, she told him, "When I say no, it means no."
Absolutely. Slay Queen.
Before delivering a nasty right hook to the crying
Gee, listen. Just for good measure. Us! Just for good measure.
nearly knocking him out. She took the keys, unlocked the trunk of the van, and quickly escaped while throwing the keys away so that he couldn't follow her. Fredia Gibbs would go on to win her first championship after that year, officially titling her as the most dangerous woman alive.
Exactly. I know it's not that simple. Exactly.
And years later, the Grim Sleeper would later be caught and
Boy. Boy. Homeboy.
the Nightstalker. In the summer of 1985, the city of Los Angeles became gripped by fear. Night after night, a mysterious intruder slipped silently into homes across Southern California.
Whoa.
He struck in darkness, often entering through unlocked doors or open windows while families slept, and he did the absolute unthinkable to his targets.
What does constitute as unthinkable? Because if I'm being completely honest, right, get a load of this person. Get a load of that guy. Am I right or am I right?
If there was a man in the house he broke into, he would immediately just end them, then he would attack and assault the man's family, often carving evil imagery into women and anybody else in the house.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
And then he would stab them until they perished. Victims described him as a thin, satanic man that had wild eyes and reeked of sweat and cigarettes.
Listen, cigarettes, bro. Come on, man.
Police didn't know his name yet, but the media soon gave him one, the Nightstalker. 15 victims tied to his name, and he by all means was a top priority to officers in the nearby counties. He casually strolled into a nearby convenience store to pick up a beverage because he was thirsty. And right next to the drink he was grabbing, he noticed a rack of newspapers that all had a wanted poster of his face on it. He immediately panicked and darted out of the doors looking for an individual to target and carjack so that he could leave the area. Jumped into the car of a 28-year-old woman named...
Okay, the first thing this guy does, jump off a... Like, what is the reasoning of these some... Like, I don't understand the reasoning of some serial killers. Your first initial reaction, once you, like, see yourself in newspaper, jump on top of a car. Oh!
Angelina. Without wasting a second, he began to punch her in the stomach and forcefully...
Okay, I take everything I said back. Why? Oh, okay, that is not good.
...steal her car from her. What the Nightstalker failed to notice is that her neighbor was nearby watching it happen, and he also had huge balls. As the neighbor ran over to help Angelina, the Nightstalker told him to stay back and warned him that he had a gun.
Oh, he had a gun. Oh, he had a blicky on him. I have one as well.
The 50-year-old neighbor called his bluff and ripped the scumbag right out of the car. And it was at this point that this man had realized that he'd chosen the absolute worst neighborhood to do
You don't say, really now.
a carjacking in, because he instantly found himself surrounded by a huge, angry mob. Everybody in the neighborhood knew who he was, they knew all of his crimes, and worst of all, they weren't police officers, so their idea of justice wasn't jail, crowd of people beat him viciously.
Yeah!
Angelina's husband ripped his
Yeah!
out of a metal fence and began smashing his head with it, while another neighbor attacked him with a makeshift spear made out of barbecue.
Get that boy! Get that boy!
People
Kill that boy! Kill that boy!
Beating him
Kill that
with
boy!
anything they could find.
Kill that
They
boy!
beat him so bad that when police showed up, he began crying out, "I did it! It's me!" begging them to arrest him. Reports state that once he was arrested, he began speaking Spanish to himself, saying, "Thank goodness the police came and arrested me. I'm so lucky." When he was taken to the police station, a crowd of 500 people surrounded the building chanting, "Kill him," in unison.
Motherfucker look like a Marlin. He does not look like Marlin. I hate to break it to you.
He would go on to receive 19 death sentences. However, he would pass away from cancer at 53 years old in 2013. Honestly, if I was the cop tasked with arresting him that day, I probably would have just driven around in circles and pretended like I couldn't find him, the crowd of victims he had been terrorizing for the past year. The crash-out incident.
The crash-out incident?
While most either don't know or just don't believe it, this man is a serial killer. Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly,
Parkway
allegedly.
Gardens, an area that would later on become named O-Block, OD, when he was murdered. A little later, Pontoon, another one of his friends, would pass away in the same way. And, I should probably mention that his father was also murdered when he was but he still had a brother-like figure that he kept around as a close friend. White. Except, not really, because in 2012, White would pass away on Von's 18th birthday, right in front of him at a gas station. It's important to note that it was this specific traumatic incident that caused him to become a serial killer.
Absolutely. I'm from Chicago, so I have to pay respect to him. Rip Von. The thing is, okay, whether you see Von as a rapper or like a genuine serial, all I'm gonna say is he had a very, very both interesting motives and interesting decision making. That's the best way I can put it.
As after this moment, he would later on be connected to over 10 or 11 murders throughout his life.
Ooh.
Whilst also taking deep, nearly sociopathic pleasure in the lives he ended and putting it into his songs. He really did what he rapped about in his music, which is what caused him to develop contempt for another popular up-and-coming artist in his industry, Young Boy. Von took a lot of pride in the crimes he committed, especially since it was what eventually made him become popular and successful. Young Boy, in a lot of ways, is similar to Von, but Von didn't believe that he actually did any of the things he rapped about. So for him to see another artist getting more virality than him, when he believed he was a fraud, quietly upset him. And so, completely unprovoked, he'd go on to publicly say that Young Boy lies in his music online.
And that's where went haywire. That's the exact point where went haywire.
You got cap in your raps.
You got cap in your raps. This would start a pretty petty back and forth between the two.
Yeah, like guys, imagine they're like smack talking with each other, like, oh my god, no way he said this about me. I'm just gonna like make up something about it. Like imagine like a petty talk between like two girls.
Von would begin flirting with the mother of Young Boy's kids.
And that is complete. I completely forgot about this detail. I completely forgot about this one. Oh my god, bro.
Young Boy would flirt with Von's ex, then they sent disses at each other, and blah blah blah. You get the gist.
Yeah.
Despite the clear animosity between the two individuals, Von would go on to say that there was no bad blood between him and Young Boy at all, which would later on prove to be obviously untrue.
Yeah.
On November 5th, 2020, he would get up, hop into his bulletproof Hellcat, and head out to a club to perform his show along with 8 other cars that were guarding and following him. At the club, despite everything seeming normal and fun at first, people close to Davon noticed that he seemed off. The man frequently mentioned paranoia and feeling like the spirits of the lives he ended were always watching him. Many people said he could switch from being calm, collected, and silly to seeming very off or sociopathic. A lot of people generally started to believe that he might have had a literal demon living inside of him, that one of Young Boy's friends was at a nearby club that was extremely close to him. This friend's name is Quando Rondo. After he finished performing at his show, he and his entourage got up, went inside of their cars, and headed back home to call it a day. However, suddenly the security guards noticed that Von's car had gone missing. He made a detour to the club that Quando Rondo was at, and waited patiently. His entourage later on showed up and found Von. After regrouping with him, they put all of their weapons away inside of the car and got ready to head inside of the club. But it was at this moment that one of Von's associates located the person he was looking for. As Quando Rondo was leaving the club, Von bumped into him head-on and began to beat him ruthlessly. The man was terrified, later stating that he didn't even know who was fighting him, but once he realized it was Von, it felt like the devil or a demon was attacking him.
It's like I had an out-of-body experience. Like it's like the devil was coming to get me. Like it's like my soul. Like I can't even explain it, man.
Von was doing what he loved, and the man
He was doing what he loved. Jumping people, shooting guns, and then rapping about it on his songs.
likely going to become another victim that he'd rap about in his song.
Like,
But there was
this is exactly what I'm talking about.
just one slight mistake he made. He assumed that his target was alone, and was so laser focused on attacking his target that he failed to realize that just 2 feet away, a random white car was full of Quando's crew, all of whom were armed.
Oh, brother.
And when they saw their friend being attacked by Von, they didn't hesitate to shoot him 4 times. Even after getting injured, Von continued wrestling and attacking Quando until the two were eventually broken up by their crews. Undercover police officers ran to the scene and began calling backup. The man had 4 holes in his body, and blood was leaking everywhere inside of the car, panicking his team and friends. Nonetheless, he was still alive and conscious.
And then he died. Probably.
He'd even go on to tell his friends to calm down because he was fine. While he was successfully delivered to the hospital, during surgery he'd suddenly shoot up awake. He'd throw the nurses and medical staff who were operating
And then he beat up the nurses as well.
off of him, and then began swinging at them.
And Von made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago. He made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse.
In a state of complete shock and panic, he began searching for his gun on the surgery table, but
Why is your first instinct to search for a gun? Homeboy. What?
froze. And suddenly, as he woke up, he collapsed from shock,
And then he died.
marking his end. To
Oh. Well. Whew.
think this situation all stemmed from about 5 or 6 words is insane. He's got pretty good music though. The Spoon Incident.
The spoon incident. Oh, okay, let me take a guess. Does he kill people with spoons? Please.
A newbie walked into the prison earlier that week, and seeing that he was fresh meat, an atrocious criminal named William Roberts decided it was time to assert some dominance over him, since he seemed like the perfect target. It's unclear exactly what sick intentions William had in mind for the man when he approached him, but what is known is that when the two interacted, the monster began to boast and brag about the most heinous crimes he had committed in an attempt to put fear into the heart of the man and make him yield to his requests. He walked up to the man's seat where he was eating, then he set down his food tray and began eating beside him. I'm in prison for having my way with a 4-year-old, and look.
A what now? A 40-year-old? Just say you're old, Unc.
I'm still here. So what about you? Are you here for car theft, insurance fraud, reckless driving? After sitting and listening to William's monologue, the man calmly responded to his questions. I'm a serial killer.
Oh, he's a serial killer. Guys. Okay, guys. Let me paint the picture. Allow me to paint you the picture, guys. Listen. High cortisol, I murder people. Low cortisol, I'm a serial murderer. You already know.
In here because I ended a man that was bragging to me about the horrible things he had done to multiple kids. I strangled him so hard that emergency responders said his
Oh, I
face
just realized the thing that he said earlier, he said 4-year-olds, not 40-year-olds. Oh, I'm actually a chud. Oh, I literally have a 5-second memory. I thought he said 40-year-olds. Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
became blue like a pair of jeans because I hate predators. They thought I was crazy, so they sent me to a mental hospital where I bumped into another person who did the same horrible thing to kids. And so I ended him too. And now they've sent me to this prison, and just like deja vu, I have another predator telling me the same thing. I just ended the life of another prisoner 2 hours ago.
Okay, I misheard a lot of stuff. Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Hid his body under my bed, and I hoped I wouldn't need to do the same thing to another person for a while, but I guess I was wrong. William Roberts just happened to choose the absolute worst person to brag to about his crimes. serial killer specifically known for only targeting predators.
Huh.
And in the blink of an eye, Maudsley grabbed the spoon off of his food tray and jammed it into William's face.
Oh, it went into his eye socket. Oh! Oh my god. Okay, I did not see it going in like this. Oh god.
He screamed horrifically, but Maudsley didn't stop there. He ruthlessly beat and continued to carve away at the man's face with his spoon. He stabbed him over and over again, and somehow nobody in the prison noticed what was happening at all. William screamed and pleaded for help until he couldn't anymore. After Maudsley was finished, he calmly walked over to a prison guard and told them that 2 prisoners would be missing from the roll call today. Extremely concerned with that ominous statement, the guards ran into Maudsley's prison cell and found the body of William and another prisoner. William's face was unrecognizable. Most horrifyingly of all, his brains were carved out of his skull with a spoon sticking out of it.
Oh, that just makes it so much horrible.
Prison guards immediately believed that Maudsley must have cannibalized the man's brains, but he calmly denied the accusations of, "No, I wouldn't do that, nor would I lie about it." The man would later on be placed inside of a glass box where he would go on to spend the rest of his life in confinement. Most people in life are amazing to be around, but every once in a while there is a chance that you could bump into a psychopath, so always...
Okay. And that's where we're ending off the YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you. Let's move on to a different thing.